What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Now, we got to talk about a couple of things. Yeah, we want to talk about the NBA. Two things specifically, right? We got a suspension to talk about, and then a couple of shutdowns. We're going to start with the suspension because the shutdowns were a little heartfelt. But let's talk about these suspensions, right? So Bobby Portis recently got suspended 25 games. Again, let me say that again, 25 games. Why? Well, he accidentally took the wrong pills. Like he has an injury issue with his elbow, right? And he's trying to get that fixed. He's trying to get that remedied. And well, the pill that he was supposed to take was called Toradol, right? That's been approved by the NBA. But the pill that he accidentally took was called Tramadol, and that's recently been a banned substance by the NBA. So again, names sound similar. One was approved, one was recently banned, and he accidentally took the pill. How did he accidentally take the pill, ladies and gentlemen? Well, his assistant gave him the pill. And keep in mind, too, Tramadol is actually a prescribed pill that was given to the doctor. So the doctor had the prescription for Tramadol and accidentally gave that pill to Bobby and said it was Toradol. So because of this action, again, Bobby Portis gets suspended for 25 games for PED violations. And I think that's so trash. Now, to be fair, talking about going against Bobby, right? Ultimately, we are responsible for what we put in our bodies. I do hear you on that, ladies and gentlemen. Like that's the reason why I didn't want to get vaccinated. I was ultimately concerned with what was being injected into my body, right? I didn't want to be a guinea pig. So I get you when you say that part. I genuinely do hear that. Also, did the pills look the same or similar? Are they the same color, shape, right? Like something like that, especially if you're taking this pill consistently, Bobby, you got to know those things. Like I would think those things you would be able to pay attention to. And then finally, this kind of goes against Bobby as well too. The appeal, he didn't appeal the fact that he gets a 25 game suspension by the NBA, which optics wise, somebody might say, hey, well, you might have thought you were guilty. Here's the thing that I did appreciate about Bobby in this situation, right? One, he did take accountability, okay? He did say, yeah, like, hey, I did do this. Like, he didn't shy from it. He didn't duck from this. Took accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to appreciate that in the NBA player, really in anybody. Honesty is the best policy. Also, the medical assistant is the one that made the mistake. We have to focus on that. If you go to the doctor and you tell, and the doctor tells you, here's something to take, I'm prescribing this for you, I'm giving this to you, right? Are you not going to trust them? So if they make the mistake, you're not going to verify the doctor on the spot, especially if you've been working with them for quite some time. That consistency there, you're not going to. So that's working for Bobby. It was the medical assistant's mistake. Keep in mind too, I had been trying to find the medical assistant's name, and I have not seen any documentation about that. So shout out to Bobby and his team for not outing the medical assistant, because if I'm losing 25 games, which that's 2.8 mil that he losing. Yeah, like somebody got to go. Heads need to be rolling. And then on top of this, right, Tramadol, like I said, was a recently banned substance. That kind of factors in. That works for him a little bit. It was like the timing of it factors in. So again, ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, I hate the fact that this is going on in Bobby's world right now. The only good things about this is that he can now completely recover his elbow, right, with this 25 game rest. I hear you. Rules are rules. End of day, 25 games is still way too much. And 2.8 M's, like $1 million, is way too much to lose over an accidental pill taking. I trash. So again, NBA, y'all definitely could have looked at this and said, hey, maybe let's give you 2 games. Because again, he did take the pill. All right, cool. And I did give points as to why this works against Bobby. But damn, man. Like NBA, y'all need to do a little bit better job at looking at the rules and saying, all right, we can tweak this one here. Because this one was very situational. If this was multiple pills, if this was a lot of a strong dosage in his system that was more than just one pill, okay, cool. I hear you. That says now this is a repeat offense. This one instance, if that's the case, y'all got to do better. So NBA, I'm definitely hoping that y'all do a little bit better later on. And now I'm curious how this impacts the Bucks too. Because there's a void or an open role for someone, right? Or the Bucks. Meaning, are they going to be missing Bobby Portis, or will somebody step up, that next man mentality? Because ultimately what I hope is Bobby comes back, he has a chip on his shoulder. And let's say the Bucks get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe they get to the finals, right? Bobby wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I think that would be astonishing. Yeah, they got Dame. Yeah, they got Giannis. I would love it if Bobby is able to come back and win that sort of award. But the Bobby Portis suspension, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the biggest fan of it. NBA, do better. Now, on to the emotional piece. All right. I'm not even a Spurs fan, ladies and gentlemen, but they're shutting down Victor Wembanyama for the season. That's not the emotional piece. It's the Greg Popovich shutdown that kind of took me. Now, there's a couple of things, a couple of health issues, right, going on with both these players. Victor is dealing with a deep vein thrombosis. I'm sorry, I couldn't talk today. And that occurred in his right shoulder. And we were told this after the All-Star game. I'm assuming it occurred during the All-Star game, right? But so basically, it's a blood clot issue. We've seen a couple players with this sort of situation, right? Hank Gathers, passed away on the basketball court. Chris Bosh, he retired basically because of this. There was talks of him trying to come back, but he didn't do it. Now we got Brandon Ingram and Asar Thompson. They're still playing. Like, B.I. just got traded to the Raptors, not because of this, by the way. This happened years ago. Asar Thompson is still playing. He just played in the All-Star game or an All-Star weekend. So at least for Wemby, there's not a necessary there's a little hesitancy, right? There's a little finger crossing that you got to do. But ultimately, I do expect Victor Wembanyama to come back. It's not career ending for me. That 5-year marker where it takes bigs to really mature, it does seem to be a little bit of an uphill battle right now for me with Victor Wembanyama. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're in year 2, and last year he was playing limited minutes and had to get shut down a little bit. This year he has to get shut down. I'm hoping we can have a healthy and successful career for Victor Wembanyama, because the NBA has been trying to package up the face of the league through him. So we gotta make sure this man plays well. But for the Spurs, at least on the positive note, I will say this: you do get to develop your chemistry with your players. You still have De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Jeremy Sokan. Like, those players are good players for your future that I hope y'all keep. So that does bode well for the Spurs. You're getting more playing time from them boys to just go out there and play and have fun. You don't have to worry about playoffs or play in. Y'all good. I do question though if CP3 retires, because again, you're projected to play with Wemby, and now he's out for the season. So I mean, does Chris Paul get waived and go to a contender? Like what's going on? What's going on? And keep in mind too, ladies and gentlemen, I was already thinking of Greg Popovich retiring. So the fact that he dealt with a stroke in late last year, I want to say November, so either September or November. I apologize for me not remembering, but late last year in 2024. I was already thinking about him retiring. So the fact that now he's done for the season, it does hurt a little bit. It does. It's a little weird. Like, ever since I've been watching the NBA, which I've been watching since 1998, he's been coaching. And almost since I've been watching the NBA, he's been winning. Like, he won his first title in 1999. Again, I watched it in 1998. So this man is arguably the last staple for me in what I deem as the golden era of the NBA playing wise. Those early 2000s. Yeah, I know some players are still here, like Braun, for example, but I don't think Braun was part of that era specifically. He played a part of it, But I think he was in that next era, right? Which we get. But that Gen X era, that for me, NBA playing wise, was the golden era. And I think Popp was in that. He was also in other eras as well, too. But like that era reminds me of Popp. So the fact that he might be leaving, one, I commend him, if so, for a hell of a career. He's a tremendous coach. Seemed like a wonderful guy, right? Had solid morals, treated everybody the same. You can always appreciate consistency like that. So for ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm not a Spurs fan, but I do respect the San Antonio Spurs in large part because of Greg Popovich. And yes, he did have who I deem as the number 3 player of all time in Tim Duncan. He had a Finals MVP in Tony Parker, and one of the greatest international players we've seen in Manu Ginobili. And he's had a treasure trove of players along the way, like Steven Jackson, Robert Horry. We can go on and on. But Greg Popovich remained as a consistent staple for that San Antonio Spurs squad. So if this man does retire, I will genuinely be sad. And I think the NBA family, it will feel like a loss. It genuinely will. So Greg Popovich, I appreciate you. I hope to see you back on the court. But if not, please have a wonderful one. Enjoy your family. And thank you for a wonderful, wonderful career. But yeah, this one was emotional, ladies and gentlemen. I can't hold y'all. To see Greg Popovich potentially leave, it hurts. Victor Wembanyama not winning DPOY this year because of the shutdown is going to be a little crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm also curious if he does still win it. Like that is going to be a little insane. But I know some people are going to talk about that too. But Jaren Jackson Jr., if AD can come back quick enough, y'all got a real shot now. So, hey, jump ball, I guess. And then Bobby Portis, I hope you come back soon, champ. I really do. Like, and that 25 game, that puts you early April, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe you get like 4 games back for the season. I hope you're not rusty. And I actually do have a thing that the Bucks can do, which is I know you might not be able to participate with the team, right? Make you an intern. Like I hope he's able to train still, bro. Like that. Oh my God, and the NBA did you so dirty, bro. But I'm curious what you all think about each topic, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all are having a good one. Take care.